Good morning. It's Fish, the Beach Bum Investor, here with your cryptocurrency report and discussion for, what is it, the 3rd of December 2017 here in Australia. Just going on lunchtime, PIVX has had big gains. Just going to post up in Discord and get the Crypto Wave investment crew in for the chat if they're not all busy on the weekend. G'day, Jace. Oi, oi. How you liking that PIVX, mate? Pretty good gains, eh? Really, really good action to see. So just going to post up in Discord, dude. Give me a sec. Crypto Chronicus, what's going on, man? Now, sometimes it's a little quiet for the Crypto Wave investment crew over the weekend. We tend to do a lot of our work during the week. You loving it, Jazz, mate? I'm loving it as well. Whole economy, my accounts at all-time highs again, which is nice to see. But PIVX, one of the really big gainers, up 25% last time I checked against Bitcoin itself. Been really, really strong. 26% at the moment. Currently sitting at, let's have a look. Yeah, big spikes at the end there, guys. Big spikes at the end. I don't know if you can see that or not, I can never tell. But really nice to see. We're sitting at 46,300 Satoshi being the bid, 47,000 being the ask, $5.04 and $5.11. So a bit of a spread between top and bottom there, about 1.5%. So yeah, it's good to see. It peaked out at 4990. Guess where I had my sell? 4999, missed it by 9 Satoshi. But yeah, it really peaked up hard to the 50,000 Satoshi mark. Really good to see. Any reason for the mad gains, said Jace. Jace, we have just had another wallet release, mate. It is not mandatory, but there is a lot of upgrades to that wallet. I got a steamed article from Valderrama this morning. I'll post that up in our Discord group, but we have got another optional wallet upgrade, which is less buggy, much easier to use. So that could be part of it. We've also got the iOS wallet release coming up. I think that's scheduled for the end of December. So looking forward to that. I've got an iPhone, so I'll be able to take my wallet mobile, which is awesome. Get me out there and do some publicity work. I'll be able to go and get people to download the PIVX wallet and give it away. Jace will have to go and do a run. I mean, there's a lot of people around here at the moment, as you know, tourist season on the Gold Coast. So not just people from Australia. We can spread the PIVX love far and wide. I reckon we load up our PIVX wallets with like 20 PIVX each and just go out on a giving spree to the beaches. Good fun. Yeah, Crypto Chronicus said, yeah, bro, good thing I picked up that PIVX. All-time high in your account too. That's awesome, man. And good to see PIVX contributing to that again. And I just wanted, we just popped under the $5 mark there, guys. It's not unusual given the big run up. We know that. But thank you to all the investors and to all the PIVX supporters who did stick by us through what was a trying time with a lot of wallet upgrades in a small period. So thank you very much. You've certainly been rewarded for that, well above the $4 mark, which I'd been calling for a long time. So good to see. Anybody getting on those flash crashes on the dip to $2 OMG? What? Mark G, I haven't heard of any of that, man. I've been super busy. Mark G's just come in and said $2 OMG, 50-cent ETP, and $4 NEO. Come on, what exchanges was that happening on? It's got to be a misclick, Mark G, for that to have happened. It must have been a low volume exchange to get those sort of prices. I've got to tell you though, it does happen. Over at Cryptopia a while back, somebody traded Ethereum to Litecoin at a rate of 0.6 of a Litecoin equals 1 Ethereum. No, I mean, 10x straight away for just having your buy order set there because someone misclicked or did the calculations wrong. It did happen. I saw it happen. I was part of it. I had mine set at 0.4 of a Litecoin equals 1 Ethereum, but it got down to 0.06 of a Litecoin. No, 0.6 of a Litecoin. Sorry, I had mine set at 4. 4 Litecoin equals 1 Ethereum. That's where I had mine set, well under market value, and it got down to 0.6. Incredible. So yeah, they can happen. So far, I managed to get my friends to put a total of about 12K into crypto. Not a lot, but it's a start. How is 12? Since when did 12K become not a lot? And you got skin in the game now, Crypto Chronicus. You got your mates in. Well, Big Wilkie's in, but I mean that boy's cleaned up so much. it would pretty much take Bitcoin to go to zero or in crypto economy to go for zero. Yeah, Grinkus, did you pick up PIVX, dude? I know you were going to with that spare investment capital from that ICO we went for, and we didn't end up going as hard as we were going to, especially you. I'm guessing you did buy those big exclamation marks. Back in the day, well, not back in the day, a couple of weeks ago, we're doing an ICO, and Grinkus came forward and said, look, I'm going to push us over the line to make sure we get this bonus. We did it as a group. And then he said, I'm going to put, look, I didn't need as much as I thought we were going to need, so I'm going to put the rest in the PIVX. So I'm certainly hoping you did, Grinkus. Joe, what's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, so, I mean, most of the guys in the Crypto Wave investment crew, we don't all pump one coin, but a lot of us are PIVX holders. So it's been a great day for us. Just touching on that $5 mark at the moment, $4.95 being the bid and 5 the ask. All right, let's have a look at some other coins. I think I've been 40% gain on your PIVX, Pablo. That's my boy. The whole crew's cheering this morning, man. We had, yeah, really, really nice gains in the last 24 hours. PIVX has done really, really well. I've just had an ether buy hit. That means it's dipped a little bit. Just as I'm sitting here. So let's have a look at the whole market, shall we? Do you want me to bring coin market cap up on screen so we can all have a look together? I'll do that. Let's have a look. Coin market cap is there. All right, cool. I'm just going to pop over. We'll have a look at the, I'll share my screen with you, and this time I'll actually do it. Share. And we can pop over and have a look at coin market cap together and see how the market is trending. I always like to go to view all so we get that last hour as well. You see this last hour column gives you a good indication of which way the market's heading. You see a lot of money coming out of the top here, and that might initially scare you, but as we saw, that flow of money is making its way into some of these alts. You are seeing some green figures amongst the red in the mid and lower market cap top 100. So that's really, really nice. Holy moly, what happened here? 27% in the last hour on Digital. Interesting. I've actually got a little bit of that on March. All right, let's have a look at the whole market. Go back to the top. Okay, so we've got Bitcoin holding over 11, which is nice to see. Just coming back 0.5% in the last hour, and that actually brings it down over the last 24 hours as well. It was actually up before that. So Ethereum, as I said, I just got a buy on it, so it has come back 1/3%, 462. I think long term I'm going to be fine with that. I've got my buy, I'll just scale down. Bitcoin Cash, who cares? I'm sorry, 14.29.
Another day.
What is going on? Does anyone? Oh, another day at the office, indeed. All right, Dash has come back from the $800 mark, but wow, what a run! What a run! I mean, this was $300 coin not that long ago. Litecoin's just come back under the 100, as you can see here. Let's have a look. EOS just will not dip. Look, I've left it, and I'm going to have to wait for it to find some sort of a range if I want to buy in. So I'm not getting in the back on 100% over the last, or 97% over the last 24 hours. Stellar Lumen's kicking butt. I got a little bit of that, not heaps. Hey, I think QTUM's getting to reasonable value again. It's one that's gone under the radar. I think it's got every chance of being up there in the race with Neo for Chinese projects. I know it's a little behind, but I think it's a solid project. And 12.94, that might be one up the top that's worth a look at. We called that a long time ago down lower than that, but at 12.94 it has retraced over the last week. And I haven't heard any bad news coming out, so that could be one. Go check your news. I haven't kept right on top of it, but if you are looking to get into QTUM, that might be a good time. I must go at 9.27. Really, really nice to see after I first, I never got into it, and then I waited for that dip, and I got it at, I think it was 780 and 680. I can't remember. It dipped right down though. So really good gains for me on that one. Up 8% in the last week, and 4.5% of that in the last 24 hours. Hey, Liska's run down and stayed pretty steady, right? Now, this is the big debate. Was that news about rebranding? Was that news about, did that get factored in, and then when it actually got released, it pumped to $11 and now it's back to where it should be? Or is it undervalued considering all this, development packages and things like that we've got coming out? It's a decision you've got to make. So let's have a look what else we got. Waves, it just keeps going and going and going. How has a surfer not got more waves? I don't know, but I don't. I haven't got much of it at all. I've got a tiny, tiny little bit from when I first started trading. ARC doing really, really well. Guys, we picked this up at 250 during the last, let's call it crypto recession, which lasts about 2 days. Everything's on steroids in the crypto economy. So the last crypto recession, we picked this up at about $2.50. So that was awesome. Let's have a look. Steam, guys, I've been calling it for ages, saying, actually, until we get to $1.80, $2, I still think it's well underbought for its stage of development, and perhaps above that as well. So Steam's one that's, even though it's had a good run up, I think it's good value. For those of you interested in using the Steam platform, I really strongly recommend you consult with Johnny Crypto, Zhao. He's a busy man, so he might take some time to get back to you. But if you have a look at Zhao's, he really knows the reward system. He's really helped out my account. I'm at Beach Bum Investor, by the way. If you are on Steam and want to follow, the description's in the link. Sorry, the link is in the description, I should say. But Steam, I think, is still undervalued. With these run-ups, it's hard to find good value. And I think Steam, how did I go past this? Vertcoin. Now, we first picked up Vertcoin at 80 cents and $1, then it dropped to 60 cents, and we said hit it again. So for anyone who got in with us, and even up to $1, you've gone minimum 8x on your investment there. Now, I've taken over 2/3 of my overall Vertcoin investment off the table because I didn't foresee this big a run-up. But the great thing about that is I'm still holding 1/3 of my original investment in terms of coins on Vertcoin, and the other ones just, I made such good money on them, so I'm really not too upset. As I said a long time ago, that I was calling this, I think, outside the top 100, and I said it'll be a top 50 coin one day, and we were talking about 100 million valuations, 125 million is now up there. I always thought that the technology was as good as Litecoin. I thought the only thing that they didn't have that Litecoin did was Charlie Lee, but they've got a really strong community over there at Vertcoin. And that brings me to my next point, which is PIVX. PIVX, you can see, just dropping below $5. But wow, guys, 51% in the last 7 days. We've got to be happy with that. Now, as you know, retracements can happen from here. It may have also been something to do, I know that it was imminent that PIVX was going to be traded in Korean won. We can actually, I'll show you how to check the volumes to see if that's happening yet. But what I wanted to get to just quickly before we go and check the volumes is Vertcoin and PIVX are two companies, a proof of work coin, proof of stake coin, two cryptocurrencies that are very, very focused on community, supporting the community that supports them. So I think that's a trend starting to develop. A lot of these coins have good tech. And there will probably be some good projects that just don't ever get off the ground because they don't build a community. Vertcoin and PIVX are very, very community-focused coins, and they've been extremely strong recently. So perhaps that's going to be even of more importance going into 2018. Just pop back to that $5 mark. Nice to see, flirting with the $5 there. It sucks for me, guys. I had to pay Tanya's wages on Friday. Oh, I had to pay Tanya's wages at $3.70. If I just held it and said, Tanya, can I pay you on Monday? Because PIVX is coming out on an exchange soon and blah, blah, blah. She's concentrating on surfing, so I just had to make sure she had her money. By the way, I spoke to her this morning. She's looking at getting a van and actually doing the QS in a van, like combi van, boards in, travel Australia doing the QS, and I said we'll take her to a few overseas events as well. But how cool is that? And she's going to take a photographer with her best footage. She's going to put big PIVX, we'll get a big PIVX wrap put on the van, all that sort of stuff. So as you can see here, we're actually waiting for Upbit. That's the one I'm waiting for, because then we'll get PIVX to Korean won. And I think that's going to, this could be a buy the rumors, sell the news sort of thing. And just because we're going to get added to Upbit, the adding to Upbit is imminent. As far as I've been told, it may have already been factored in. So you do have to take that into account. For me, I don't know. There's a lot of good developments, and I thought we were underpriced already. So if you take into account our iOS wallet release, our new core wallet release, you look at Korean won coming up, hey, maybe there is more growth to be had. You have to make your own decisions on that. And even when people were asking me for advice at 350 and I wanted to scream at them, yes, go, 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 I have to say, look, you've got to make your own decisions. And that's always true, especially with PIVX, for me more than any other coin. I've got to be really careful about predicting price points from that. So I think my sort of days of talking about it will get back to historical highs into $4. I think that might be the last price predictions you hear from me, because I think it's a little bit irresponsible past that point. How you going, Haig? Wait, PIVX above $5.
Yeah, well, they are.
And the whole economy's going along.
Awesome.
$5.
$5.
Oh, above $5.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That's sick. Wilkie's got a big old bag of them. He might have to shout us a beer, I reckon.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, cool. I'm coming back to say good day to you guys. You are screen sharing. Well, I'll stop doing that and say hello. I'm coming back to the chat, guys. So if you want to have a look at any coins in particular, now's a good time to put them in. Baby Junkie, what's going on? Oh, okay, it did it? It's already been traded, says BB Junkie. Why is that not showing up on Source PIVX Twitter feed? You know what? And I follow them, and they just followed me this morning, and I forgot. Because Chad, he goes, what's your Twitter handle? I said, I don't know. It's at Fish Beach Bum or something. I said, but I'll never use it. We agreed I should probably start using it. Hey, Mark G. Vitalik used to get paid 8 BTC per article he wrote for Bitcoin magazine. I think he is one of the most highly paid mag writers in history. At the time, though, it was about a quarter minimum wage here in Toronto. Yeah, that's true, man. He was getting paid about $5 an article, I believe. And one of the things that he did was absolutely ingenious. Is the guy who actually started the Bitcoin magazine left, and Vitalik wanted to keep it going. He was very young at this time, and he'd been employed to write these articles, and he took on the job of essentially editor, and not only that, breathed life into the magazine and kept it going. And the way he did that was to release half the article and then say, righto, there's half the article. If you want the other half, I'm holding it to ransom, 10 BTC, which at the time was like $8, $5 or $6. But he said, once I've crowdsourced 10 BTC, I'll release the rest of the article. Brilliant. And he made more doing that than the magazine was making prior to his implementation of that strategy. Smart kid. Mark G. Sob's doing well. Last time I checked, it's a lending platform. Anis, yeah, we had a look at VTC, got really excited about the growth on that. We picked that up. Our investment group stumbled across VTC below $1, man. I don't think many of us paid much above $1 for it. So we're pretty lucky. Everyone's made their own decisions on sells. That's what we do. We don't always even get in as a group. It just so happens that we all stumbled across it at the same time. Crypto K was a big supporter and was actually over there talking to the community a lot and keeping us up to date with what was going on. But I'd identified it a long time ago as having good tech and potentially being undervalued if they could get community support behind it. And that's why I jumped behind it at 60, 80 cents in $1. I didn't actually get any at 60, if I'm being honest. I got 80 in $1. And when it went down to 60, I'd done my budget. I didn't have any more to put in. But can't complain, can you? 80 and $1 up to here. As I said, I've sold like 2/3 of it, but still got a nice little bag sitting up there, which is good. Mark G said, Vitalik's Ether holdings are public. Wonder how much BTC he still has. I don't think it's relevant anymore for that guy, to be honest. Giving Tree Cultivator. Oh, you guys were talking about something else. I missed a whole bunch of chat probably again. So, have you looked at Venn? That looks interesting. No, I haven't, man. What's Venn? Let's have a look. Baby Junkie, I've been that busy, man. I've spoken to Tanya. I'll show you the message she sent me this morning for her bloody schedule for next year. It starts really soon. You guys know she did really well at the end of last year. She wants to go to Canary Islands for a big event in the Canaries. And I said, look, I'll see how we go with funding for that one, but we'll try and get you over to the South African event. And the rest of them, this is her schedule. Have a look at these comps. So we got, she comes up to Burleigh, sweet. Burleigh Heads is just near me, so I'll be able to bring that event here. But look at this schedule just through to March. She's really busy. She's going Maroubra, Sebastian. Is she going to Florida? I'm not sure. Burleigh Heads back here on the Gold Coast. She wants to get Cabarita, Boomerang Beach. Boomerang Beach, the site of where Fishy won his national title. Great memories for me at Boomerangs. What else have we got? Merriweather, Manly. This is all just between now and March. And then in March, she wants to go over to overseas. So we'll have to get into that. But the point is, I've been super busy. So to look at new coins has been really, really difficult for me at the moment. Let me have a look at Ven, and we'll get VeChain. VeChain. It's currently sitting at 36.5 cents, 36.48 to be exact. 12.6% up against the US dollar and 13.46 up against BTC. Currently trading at 3,351 BTC. Total market cap of a touch over 100 million US, with 6 million volume in the last 24 hours. So good volume for the market cap there. I haven't actually had a look at it myself. Just taking a look at the markets right now. It's been traded on Binance, Liquid, HitBTC, Gate.io, Ether Delta. By the way, I'm hearing more people actually like Ether Delta because they figure that they get used to it and they understand how to use it. They can actually get some really good. Oh man, that'd be sick. Yes, please, Joe. I'll speak to you about that, man. We got a couple of cameramen coming on board actually for myself and Tanya, so that should be good. Giving Tree Cultivator wants to look at QuantStamp, Substratum, Shift, and Hive. Okay, man, we'll have a look at a couple at least. Kev, do I have a Ledger Nano S? No, I don't, man. How are you, by the way, Kev? I don't have one yet. I really should get one. Joe hit me up about doing a bulk order, and it just gets busy. You guys know how it is. There's literally a million things you've got to do, and can't get them all done. Not enough hours in the day. But no, Joe, did you end up ordering those Ledger Nanos, dude? I think you did, didn't you? I'm just having a look at VeChain here. What can VeChain do? Products. It's pretty hard because it's not actually. I'll have to have more of a look at this one because the base website is actually not in English, so that's a difficult one for me. But we'll have a look at that one in the future for sure. Elysium Core, PIVX fueling on the launch pad. We've been waiting for it for a while. We've been patient, Elysium Core. I just gave a shout out to all our supporters and investors, man, because I think they've been really patient with us and they've been rewarded for that patience. And I'm really happy because a lot of our crypto wave investment crew are PIVX holders. So it's made me really, really happy to see us pushing over that $5 mark. I mean, if it retraces below there, that's, you know, markets do this. Nothing goes in straight lines. So that's fine, but it's just been a brilliant run, a really good end to the early December for us. Trezor all the way here. Haven't ever had a Ledger anything, so can't provide a comparison, but I am very happy so far with my Trezor, says Crypto Chronicus. I leave my coins on exchanges. No, I leave my coins in wallets, man, but they're not on a ledger, but I just leave them on wallets on my computer. Have you heard about using an air-gapped computer that is new out of the box to set up your Nano the most securely? No, I haven't, man. I'm really actually going to have to start looking into the most secure methods of storing some of these coins because the portfolio is getting quite large. So it's just awesome. I mean, it's been a great run, but I need to be responsible about it, and that's one thing. Jeremy May, Jesman. Jesman? Don't know what that means. MSBit ETH, Fish, where do I get a PIVX wallet? A PIVX wallet and buy. Okay, MSBit ETH. First and foremost, PIVX wallet can be downloaded from pivx.org. I'll just pop that in here for you. If you scroll down, you can download the wallet for your operating system. Now, the other thing is MSBit ETH. I can help you with a recent snapshot of the blockchain to get you that wallet downloaded a bit quicker. You'll have to contact me over at Discord to talk you through that if you want to. So pivx.org, download the wallet, and for purchasing, you can the two exchanges I've been using to purchase my PIVX is Bittrex and Cryptopia. Now, the reason I use two is because A, you get fluctuations in the prices on different exchanges, but B, there's also Litecoin trading over on Cryptopia. Now, I did actually make a training video showing how to trade Litecoin to PIVX and how to do the calculations, setting your buy orders, that sort of thing. So if you're interested, look, your volumes aren't as high over there, so you're not as likely to hit trades, but when you do, you tend to get better percentages. So that's the thing. So I have buys set on both Cryptopia and PIVX and Bittrex for PIVX. And as soon as as soon as Binance adds us to their exchange, I'll certainly be looking at. By the way, that's not a rumor or anything like that. I'm just saying I hope one day they do, and then I'll be able to ether trade to PIVX as well. So that's what I'm looking forward to. So I can do all the majors to PIVX. You did end up. That's fair enough, Joe. I was slack getting back to you, man. So let us know how those. Have you got it working yet? Is it easy enough to get set up, the Ledger Nano S, Joe? And while you're answering that, I'll read Mark G's statement. There is a Reddit post with a dead link that says you can set up a masternode on your Trezor that never goes online. Then it has multiple sub-wallets, each with their own 24 mnemonic seeds. Oh, you lost most of what I said? You'll contact me at Steam? No worries, MS-Bit8. Cool, no worries at all. Just contact me over there. I'll give you some links to help you get set up. But you're welcome to join our Discord group as well if you are on Discord. Just our link's in the description of this video, and I can help you through over there. It's up to you. I video chatted AccuFive through setting his up and doing the shortcut and getting it on there. Do my online wallets have mnemonic seeds? Yes, they do. Mnemonic seeds, as in the pass phrases, yes. Backed up, encrypted, everything I've got to do with them. Okay. You only hold BTC and Ether. That's a lot of people are, holding those two coins primarily, and that's there's certainly nothing wrong with that. I think they're both going to do solid right now. If I'm being 100% honest, I think BTC's got more risk at this right now than reward side for it, but it could certainly skyrocket to 20 grand as well, the way this market's bull running. But I just think maybe some of the other value propositions in the economy have gone unnoticed a little bit. Miss Agent Smith is in the house looking for Mrs. Smith, mate. She's not here. Yeah, that'd be sick, Joe. When are you free, man? Joe's just said you can set it up and do a video on setting it up if you want. Yeah, that'd be really cool, bro. If you can make time for that, that is. Mark G, Trezor or Nano safer than cash? If your house burns down and you had your cash under the bed, you can't get the cash back, but you can restore your hardware wallets with the seeds. Yeah, it's a good point, Mark G. Agent Smith said, I need to get a Trezor. I could say a few things that you probably need to get, mate. Crypto Chronicus said, yep, I've already tested it, works. Cool. Yeah, so PIVX sitting around that $5 mark. Let's see what else we got on the, see what else has been going. Oh, we're going to have a look at Substratum. And what was the other one for Giving Tree Cultivator? I'm not sure if you're in the, we'll have a look at Sub for you. And it was Quant Stamp, Shift and Hive. Okay, let's have a look at Substratum. I'll bring you over to, guys, I'll bring you over to my screen so we can have a look together on Coin Market Cap. Best software wallets. Giving Tree Cultivator, we've actually got people in our Discord group who are far better to comment on that than me. One of the people I can recommend to speak to is Ethercept. Ethercept's pretty good with that sort of stuff. Yeah, we'll have a look at those, man. No worries. But yeah, Joe's pretty good as well. So Joe, if you, oh, there you go. See, Joe's just answered. He said, yeah, sweet. Agama is the best, in Joe's opinion, for software wallet. Okay, I'm just going to pop over to CoinMarketCap and let's have a look at Substratum, because that's one we actually got into as an investment crew at ICO, found by the one and only Cranky Pete, and he brought it to the group and said, hey guys, I think this is worth a run. And we took a look into it, and on that particular investment, what we did is we didn't actually pull together money as such, but we used each other's referral links to maximize the amount of Substratum we were getting at ICO. Now, we paid about 6 cents for it at ICO. 6 cents. So we've done 5x plus the bonuses that we got, which is really, really nice to see. Substratum is decentralized web hosting. It's essentially using unused bandwidth from a combination of, I just wanted to make sure I was actually sharing. Yeah, a combination of businesses and home Wi-Fi that's going unused to provide web hosting services, you know. there's a stack of money in that. You guys know how much the GoDaddies and the Amazon web servers of the world are worth. Now, this is obviously at, it's still at, I forget when it goes to beta testing. I have actually signed up for the beta test as well. Not that my 1 MB up, 1 MB down speed is probably going to be too helpful. But yeah, it's had an interesting life. It actually dipped off of ICO. We were actually down. You could have bought it cheaper than the ICO. And this has been a trend that's been happening. You can see here, it did get down to 4 cents. And you know what Pete did? He actually said, no, I'll go again. And he hit it again after ICO. But you know, we weren't down too far at this stage because we got our bonuses as well, and it didn't stay down too long. It really started to pump, and it's had a lot of good sideways movement. And then Substratum came out and basically showed their new headquarters, showed where they're spending the money, showed all these sort of things, and everyone's just gotten confident over it. Now, it took a monster spike, and you can see here it's had a downward trend in the last little bit. Where's this going to find support? Well, we can do the Fibonacci sequence for those of you looking to get in. So let's say we were stable right here before the parabolic growth. That's a fairly decent stable line. Let's call it 15 cents to round up the high numbers. Now, at 15 cents, we grew parabolic and went to 37 cents. So a growth of 22 cents. So we need to take back 11, which gets us buying again at 26 cents. Now, we're not quite, we just dipped down to 28. So on the Fibonacci sequence, which is by no means scientific or mathematical, I would have started buying at 26 cents if I was looking to buy back in. You know, it's not too far above that, and the market is a bullish market at the moment. It's only 10% above where Fibonacci sequence says to buy. So it's up to you on that one, but I really think the project has potential. You know, if this beta test comes out and we can actually web host cheaply using each other's unused resources, wow, this valuation here is nothing. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, so that's Substratum. One of the other ones that I've been hearing more and more about is QuantStamp. I can't remember what its value proposition is. I want to say it's like file storage. No, it's not. That was a lower market cap one that was file storage. I'm going to have a look at the website. QuantStamp, I'm going to have to look into this one, guys. I'd rather not give you an opinion on it before I've actually had a really big look at it. But for those of you interested, it is at 11.6 cents, 1,066 BTC. Market cap is 71.7, circulating supply of 600 million change, total supply 900 change. Good sideways movement towards the end here, and even a little bit of an upward trend, not against BTC, obviously, with the run up, but the US dollar value is holding quite firm along this last little bit here from, you know, from sort of late November. So last 4 or 5 days holding quite nicely. It's maybe even starting that upward trend again. So if you were looking to get into QuantStamp other than sort of straight off launch, this is probably the, you know, close to the cheapest price you could get it. Let's have a quick look at the website and see what we're looking at. I feel like I've looked at this website before on the show, but I haven't actually been through it. QuantStamp, the protocol for securing smart contracts, request an audit, pay with QuantStamp, the protocol for securing smart contracts, proof of audit, scalable proof of audit. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at this one. This one looks intense enough. Yeah, cool. No, I'll have to have a look at it off air before I come back and give you my thoughts on that. Coming back to the live chat now, guys. When I can get there. There we are. Hey, here's everyone. Hourglass, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while. It's not like you to go for such pie-in-the-sky price predictions, Agent Smith. That's very conservative, mate. Agent Smith said, I doubled my KMD position again. I'm hoping for $20. $20 in 2018. Just a lazy 6 or 7x. God, man. I'm hoping for 20%. Outdo the banks. That's all I'm happy with. outdo the high risk investors that invest my family's money and get like 14% per annum. Good work, guys. What are we paying you that much money for? Anyway, Mark G, Kyber Network. I haven't looked into it still, Mark. These new ones have been a little tough for me to get on top of because we have been really, really busy at PIVX. Plus, I've had my competitions. You guys know I had 2 weeks away down at Port Macquarie and up at the Sunshine Coast. So it is hard for me to keep track of when I'm competing and Tanya's competing and things like that. But I should get a bit more time coming into Christmas. Although my nieces are now on school holidays, so I'll probably get called for babysitting duties. Since I'm just mucking around and not really doing anything, that's how most of my family sees my cryptocurrency stuff. Man, at the rate I'm going, I can live off increase of value from 0.05 BTC investment split into BTC and 3 odds left on Bittrex. Yeah, it's been an incredible run. BB Junkie's saying Gladius is at $6.8 million raised. Now we're working our way towards a $12.5 million hard cap on Gladius. Gladius is not dissimilar to some Stratum in that it's using shared resources, unused data and things like that. The difference is that bloody geniuses over at Gladius, Alex, we spoke to on the show for a good hour and 20 minutes, the chief technical officer, they've actually got alpha testing already to use unused bandwidth to prevent DDoS attacks or to mitigate DDoS attacks. So brilliant. If they can get that right. I mean, Akamai, Cloudflare, Cloudflare's 3 billion estimated. Akamai's 11 billion B's, guys, with a B. So, the valuation we're getting in on, I'm not sure the exact evaluation. It would be about 20 million, 12.5 million of which would be raised in venture capital, obviously. But I'd have to double check the exact valuation that we got in at. But obviously, it goes to, if it was to even take a tenth of, say, Cloudflare's business and get $300 million valuation, because we've just, we've 10x'd another one. So, look, it's venture capital. It might not work, but they've got an alpha product already, and they're going to beta in March. So yeah, I think that's a good time to get in. They've already done some work pre ICO, which is I think that's the way the market's going to trend. Is people are going to demand a product, not just a concept, going forward. So I think people are getting smarter in the ICO space, and Q-Link is another one that's got a product. They've actually got the Q-Link base station to allow for data. Again, I like this. I think it's a growing trend. So it's about using each other's unused digital resources, and Q-Link's going to do it with data sharing. So you can get data out and about through the Q-Link network. And they're looking to expand that into text messaging and telecommunications in the future. So I think this area is really, really cool. Hive is small market cap. Giving Tree Cultivator's got another one for us. Here we go. Hive is a small market cap alternative to Populous invoicing and payment records audits. Yeah, I know Giving Tree Cultivator, a lot of people were really bullish on Populous, and it turns out rightfully so, because it has had good times. But for me, it just wasn't something that was overly interesting to me. But I know that a lot of the financial sector were really interested in Populous. That being the case, guys, don't go and do research on Hive. Don't just go, oh, it's another Populous and dump all your money in. Giving Tree Cultivator's he hasn't even said, oh, I like it, it's going to be awesome. He's just said, take a look at this one. So guys, go and have a look. And if you like it, you can have a look. Could be $50. I'm assuming you're talking about KMD. It's not like you to shill your own coin, Agent Smith. Quantstamp just got CoinDesk mentioned, top 7 from investment firms, coindesk.com. Talking about, there's a link in there for anyone interested. If you pick 10 coins in 2018 to reach Ethereum and Dash multiples, and you only hit 2 of them, you'd make a fortune. What are your top 10 to look into? Top 10? Okay, let's have a look. I was actually putting together a top 5, guys. I think Chainlink is one that I think it's under the top 100 now. And I've spoken about Chainlink before. And I think it's a sleeper. And I think the reason it's a sleeper is because the white paper is intense. It took me a long time to read it the first time through. I had to reread paragraphs quite regularly. And then it actually sat with me for a week before I had realized that this was something that was necessary, and actually identified not a flaw, but something that can be added to Ethereum in terms of third-party information, actual collection of third-party information to enact smart contracts. You do need third-party information. That's as simple as that. The majority of contracts do rely on it. So this uses an oracles network for people to actually go and collect that information, and it does it in a decentralized way so that the oracles there's several different oracles returning the same bit of information. It's collaborated. The oracles are paid based on the accuracy of their information, so they're actually rewarded for being accurate. They're actually given an incentive to do their job well. So I really thought it was a cool project, Chainlink. And I think that one could be, for me, that's undervalued on potential for 2018. Let me just have a look where it is. If it's shot up 100% in the last 24 hours, then I might have to change my mind. But that was going to be one of my ones in my top 5. Arc was, 10x, sorry, was going to be one, because I thought that if they can, they're pumping out 500 cards a day now, 500 10x cards a day. And I said to Xiao on Discord, I said, I don't think it'll take it long before they're pumping out 5,000 cards a day. They just got to work on their internal scaling in terms of getting the cards out to people. So, yeah, I think Pay could be one of them, but just trying to find links. Give me a sec. I'll just type it into CoinMarketCap. It's probably the easiest way. But yeah, Chainlink, I think, is interesting. Oracles is another coin that's doing it, but they're doing a more centralized fashion. Oh, it has run up. It's run up 12.6% in the last 24 hours. So I actually bought it around the 15, 16 cents mark. When it really bottomed out, I thought, nah, I'm going for it. And that's when I pulled the trigger. Big Wilkie the Whale pulled the trigger at about, I think, between 16 and 18 cents. So we've both gone up on that now. Wilkie took some money out of Power Ledger. He had that from ICO, so he went like 4 or 5x on it. And he took some profits out. And he said, oh, what am I going to do with this profit fish? And I said, oh, put it in your pocket if you want. He goes, no, I want to reinvest it. And I said, oh, have a look at Chainlink, man. I said, I think it's got potential. So that was one of my big ones. And still, I think at the price of $68 million for the total market cap, if they're able to get what they're setting out to achieve right, I think that it'll be bigger. It's got the returning confidence at the end, but again, that big dip and sideways movement. So nice chart action as well for the times you want to be buying, in my opinion. So let's say Chainlink, 10x. 10x has had a bit of a run up. I was going to put Komodo in when it was around the $2 mark. I was going to put PIVX in, obviously, and I still would put PIVX in because I think our community will continue to grow. I think List could have a good year. It seems to be, I like German efficiency. Is that racist? No, I don't think it is because I'm saying nice things. But I like German efficiency, and Lisk is kind of, it's not like it's a DApp coin. So a lot of people go, it's an Ethereum challenger or whatever, and in some ways it is. But I've always maintained that I think there's space for competition in the market because that's how it continues to develop. Mark G said, not enough competitors in the market should do very well. Guys, I'm just going to catch up again with live chat. Agent Smith, Ethercept, Agent Smith Verge will be 50x, 200x in 2018. Heard it first for the billionth time. Yeah. Okay, I'm just catching up with live stuff, guys. That was said a while ago, sorry. I also had a lot of XRP, sis, most planning to just throw $100 at my top 10. Fish, if you hold PIVX on the ledger, does it stake? Joe, I'm going to have to check with the team, but I don't think so. Yeah, you need it on PIVX wallet. Crypto Chronicus just said that, yeah. I could Lambo, Etherset said, I could Lambo off ADA, Ben Cardano, and Lumens right now, like a Matchbox Lambo. Matchbox Lambo, yeah. Forget Lambos, I want Bugattis, says Mark. Oh, why do we always, the one thing I don't get into is cars. But that I can get into. BB Junkie said, at Mark G, I want a Tesla. Me too, because I love Elon Musk. I think he's brilliant. Didn't catch the NX trade chain, only massive run up. You missed, yeah. Oh, Mark G's saying, love Tesla. Oh, I see, I can talk about Tesla. That's fine. Love Tesla. I heard of a guy that hooked up a Bitcoin mine to the free electric car charging station in his condo. That's so clever. Yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of. Oh, Xiao's in the house. How are you, man? What's going on, dude? Yeah, no, I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk, guys. If you don't know who Elon Musk is, he's the guy who basically started PayPal and SpaceX and you know, CEO of Tesla. Super inspirational entrepreneur. I suggest you go and have a look at him. He was rumored to be the person. He was rumored to be Satoshi at one time. One dislike. Gee, I always get dislikes. I think that bothers me. Gio goes, one dislike, I'm going to hunt you down. Man, if you had to hunt down everyone who disliked fish, you would have a busy life. I'm an acquired taste. Rachel, am married to a German. They are very efficient. Rachel, I don't even know if that was, or maybe I've taken that the wrong way, but I think you were trying to be a little bit cheeky there. So very clever. I'm not shilling. I love you guys. I just want you all to prosper with me on XBG. No, it doesn't sound like you're shilling at all, Intercept. Crypto Chronicus has offered to build Ethercept, a 1/25th scale Lambo. If Tesla makes a crypto, get ready for a revolution, mate. If Elon Musk, if he put a crypto out, I'd buy it regardless of what his value proposition was. That's how much time I have for that guy. He's really trying to change the world. He's really trying to inspire and change the world for good. So, well, that's my personal opinion. Some people probably don't like him, but I think he's brilliant. You'd be surprised if he wasn't already getting in on this, mate. I wouldn't be surprised to hear he was Satoshi. He's that bloody brilliant. Did you hear Elon Musk is launching a Tesla into Martian orbit? No, I didn't hear that. That's cool. It was on Elon's Twitter feed today. Oh, I've got to follow. See you later. I've got to follow him on Twitter. Yeah, man, the guy's, he thinks big, but he actually does it. You know, he's brilliant. Absolute visionary. Genius. I think it's, I just got another Ether buy. So I mean, it's still dipping a little bit. Or is that the same one from before? You know how Bittrex, sometimes it replays your same one. Crypto Chronicus said he wouldn't be surprised at all to hear that Elon's Satoshi. Stella Cardano, and look what happened, and SafeX and XBG. Yeah, we've all done pretty well, Ether7. A lot of us have had good picks. I mean, Bitcoin, a lot of us were on Lumens. A lot of us have been on XBG. I mean, I had a good run up on XBG when it was doing its highs. SafeX I didn't get into. I went with ADEX, and ADEX has done quite well as well. But I've done well. ADEX is, last time I checked, it was well over the dollar mark. So I don't think there's much that I've bought that I'm down on. District 0x, there you go. Sorry, that's what I meant with SafeX, because that's an exchange. Sorry, marketplace, isn't it? Yeah, so District 0x I went with, and I have lost out on that so far from where I bought it. But I'm trying to think of any other coins that I've really taken a hit on. Chaincoin, when I got involved in a social experiment 4 or 5 months ago. And Chaincoin and District 0x are pretty much the only ones I've taken runs down on that I can think about. I think everything else I'm up on. Yeah, I went District 0x instead of SafeX, so I didn't, well, you know, you can say I didn't do well on that one, but shivers, it's been a couple of months. Let's check back in 2 or 3 years. Who knows? District 0x is the next big thing. Oh, they both go mooning, hopefully. I just like to see any alternative outside of eBay. SafeX is doing well. Yeah, no, I think most of the crypto economy is doing well. I remember when it used to be 15 million, 16 million to get into the top 100. And now your top 100 starts at 30, I think, somewhere around that. So just to get into the top 100, you've had to double your market cap. Sorry, just gone back to the wrong one. But it's interesting for sure. A quick read suggests Elon wants to put the most ridiculous thing on top of a SpaceX rocket and put it into orbit just to make a point that he can do things people say are dumb. Well, mate, everyone called him dumb. Even Neil Armstrong said that he shouldn't be mucking around in space. And he said that. Neil Armstrong's one of his heroes, so that probably broke his heart hearing that. But he's right. He's absolutely right. We went from our first flight with the Wright brothers, and 66 years later, I think it was, we're on the moon. and then nothing. What happened? He's dead right. Zencash chart looks tasty, does it? Yeah, I've left it alone, Agent Smith. It's a privacy coin, right? I've got a good bag of privacy coins, man. I'm not looking to. Oh, you got burnt in that? Have you sold, Rachel? I'm still holding my DNT, my District 0x. I've just held on to it. I never had a huge investment in it, but it was enough that it's annoying that I've halved my money in it. But when, I halved my money in that, and I've done 8 to 10x on Vertcoin. I've done, I work at PIVX, and the price has tripled since I started working there. So, geez, I take a loss here and there. I took one on Chaincoin. I took one on District 0x. It's not that big a deal if you pick, that's why you diversify. Booty coin. There's some funny name, like I saw Big Boob coin the other day. It's just, there's some ridiculous stuff coming in. Intercept said, I bought a District 0x low at Fisher's love of it, so I'm not down, but still looking for it to move. I think it will go places eventually. Yeah, I think those free marketplaces, man, those digital free marketplaces are a good idea. And I think SafeX certainly has potential. The reason I like District 0x is because it's separate. Think of it as collective marketplaces, not by geography, but by interest groups and by marketplaces. So, the bodyboarding marketplace sort of controls itself, and then the skateboarding marketplace has their way of doing things, and the communities within those actual marketplaces decide on how those marketplaces run. Because what's good for surfing is not necessarily good for coin sellers, and what's good for coin sellers is not necessarily good for people moving electronics, and so on and so forth. So it allows each industry, I guess, to govern itself within the marketplace, which I thought was a really, really cool idea. What is going on, Mark G? Leafs are down 2-0 after the second period. Mate, what's going on? We were having a good run, and now they're just collapsing. Sort it out, will you, Mark? Go and have a chat. Say Fisher's, go down on the ice and say Fisher's not happy. Sort it out. He doesn't even watch the games anymore because he doesn't live in Canada anymore, but he cares. Oh, man. Crypto Chronicus, I heard about this ages ago. Einsteinium. Yeah, I just never really got that interested in it. I know it's had good runs recently, but it's just not one that was really interesting to me. Crypto Chronicus said, how is Binance coin number 48 on CMC? Being coin market cap. Mate, it's a funny thing, right? Binance has got a massive, like they've come in, I think, only this year, and they've risen to the 5th biggest exchange by volume without having a massive options of coins initially. It is growing, but how is it number 48? I think at this point it's fair that the trading platform is valued on that, both by its current volumes, because I know what they're making. Like if you just take their volumes and then 0.05%, that's their net profit, if you like. Their gross profit. So, or you could probably take 0.1 of it, or 0.75%, because not everyone, 0.075%, because not everyone will be using the Binance coin for trading. Having said that, the Binance platform is pretty solid. It's got Ether trading, US dollar tether, Binance trading. It's got a few different trading options. You use the Binance coin to reduce trade fees, so it does have value. The question I have is how long are centralized exchanges, or how much of the market is going to be taken away by decentralized exchanges in 2018? And is that a threat to platforms like Bittrex and Binance and coins and platforms like this? It's going to be interesting. Let's have a look. Someone's feeling good about Monero. Oh, Etherset, feeling good about my Monero right now. I feel like Monero will have a Dash style run up eventually. Oh, mate, it very much already had. Like it can obviously continue to grow, and it is getting more and more popular. It has had a phenomenal run up. It's 4x in the last 6 months. I remember being up to buy it under $50 on I'm sure it was under 50. So that's pretty monumental already. Dash, having said that, you're right. Well, Dash would have been about 200 when I first got in, I think. So it's probably 4x'd as well. I think they're both solid projects. Monero's got a good community behind it. They've gone more I've heard that they're the preferred coin to be used, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing and it's not Monero's fault. They have no way of stopping people using their currency however it's going to be used, but I believe Monero's one of the top coins on the dark web. Vancouver Bar the Roxy is legendary in hockey. Leafs players probably focus on the party tonight and not the game. Yeah, man. You know what we used to do, Mark, in Whistler? I don't know if they still do this, but we used to go to a bar. I can't remember what it's called, but you come down off Whistler, and it was straight in the town there, and it's an awesome pub, and they'd play the Leafs games. They'd play the hockey, but you'd go in there and they'd give out helmets with the players' names on them, and if that player scored, you got like $20 worth of drinks. And one of the nights, one of my mates was sitting there with the helmet on, and the guy scored 3 times, so we were quite drunk by the end of the game. Pablo loves Binance. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good platform, man. I'd really love to see them. The thing that confused me a little bit is that PIVX and Vertcoin came second and third, okay? Second and third in the last Binance community vote. We had thousands of votes at each community. Now, we both applied. I know Vertcoin did and I know PIVX did, to be in the latest round of the community vote, in community vote 4, which is based on retweets. And we weren't accepted. And I don't understand why. We were the second and third vote on the last one. Thousands and thousands of votes. That means thousands of people want those coins added to the Binance platform. Now, if they're going to properly service their customers, they need to listen to that, in my opinion. Buy pizza with Monero, Agent Smith? Yeah, you probably would. Rachel, PIVX is going places. Love it. That's why I call myself the Purple Queen. PIVX will definitely thrive. Yeah, well, I got my purple cap. Oh, no, that's not it. That's my DKS cap. PIVX cap's in the room. But yeah, I think it's going to do well. Tanya's, I can't wait to get some stuff out because we got the stickers made up for Tanya's board. I'm going to get a new full-length sticker made up for my board, and we'll do some really sick surfing clips over summer here. Get some cyclone swells. Should be fun. Yeah, I think PIVX is going to do well. I agree with you. I wouldn't be wasting, I would consider myself wasting my time working over there if I didn't believe in the project and I didn't really believe in the community and the people I work with. Intercept said, you don't say. Monero used for illicit purposes? Never heard that before. Once again, you cannot hold Monero responsible for that. The responsibility has to go back on the people who are using currency for incorrect things. By the way, #1 currency in the world used to buy illegal firearms, US dollars. #1 currency in the world to buy illicit substances, US dollars. #1 currency in the world to fund terrorism, US dollars. Do I have to keep going? Agent Smith said PIVX is going to make serious moves in the coming year, and I just want to clarify that Agent Smith will shield the crap out of whatever coin he is holding. So please don't take that endorsement. Just kidding. No, it's good to have you on board, Agent Smith. I'm stoked for you, man. I know you picked up some PIVX and you were sitting there talking about, oh, it's not moving quick enough. I'm going to dump it. But you stayed strong, stayed with the crew, and we've been rewarded for it, man. We've been rewarded really, really well. I'm really stoked about it. Obviously, I have a lot of skin in the game when it comes to PIVX because I've strongly promoted it because I believe in it. And when you do that, you've got a lot of friends, a lot of our investment crew, stack of people holding PIVX. So yeah, I certainly feel it when it dips. I feel a little bit nervous, probably more than any other coin. Stuff cross, you guys are idiots. All right. Yeah, it did pay off, Agent Smith. Thanks for sticking with us too, man. And thank you to all of you guys for sticking with us through those wallet dramas. It's all good, you know. We knew it was going to be all good. We knew we just had to get over those speed bumps. Oh, man. Ethercept goes, hey, Stop talking about the greatest country on earth, or we'll bomb you until you agree. It reminds me of a bit of a parody that, look, I'll bring it up on YouTube because it's pretty funny. I'll see if I can find it. But it was when Alec Baldwin, well, it's actually when Trump called Malcolm Turnbull in Australia, when Trump had just taken over the reins in the US, and apparently the call between Turnbull and Trump was pretty hostile. And yeah, they did a good parody of that on Saturday Night Live. I wonder if I can find it because I enjoy it. It's funny. Let me have a look. Trump, Turnbull. No. I think this is it. Yeah, here we go. All right. Give me a second. I'll screen share with you. It's pretty funny. Share. All right, cool. Here we go. God, we get onto anything but crypto on this show, don't we? Still, it's funny. Let's have a look.
Well, Mr. Trump, thank you for still accepting our refugees.
Let me say what?
President Obama said America would accept 1,200 refugees. Your country's compassion will not be forgotten.
No refugees. America first. Australia sucks. Your reef is failing. Prepare to go to war.
Yeah, so a bit of fun. I like those. I reckon they're funny. Baldwin's good. So yeah, again, straight off crypto and onto anything else, but 48 hours, been trading like a madman. Oh, I have Agent Smith. Agent Smith said, man, I'm going to go to sleep. So good tonight. Going on 4 hours sleep in the last 48 hours, been trading like a madman. Wait, when back in May, when oil was going on a big run, I traded for 1 week straight, like Monday to Friday, and literally slept 2 hours a night, and I made an absolute fortune. But yeah, back in May. And I actually had some Bitcoin in that run as well, and that's what kind of got me onto Bitcoin. I actually bought Bitcoin on my trading platform, and that was a weekend. It went from 1,600 on Thursday afternoon to $3,000 by the next Friday. So it sort of got me interested in crypto for sure, or more interested. I've never heard of CryptoNex at 58, up 85.5%. Where do these strange coins come from out of the blue? It's a good point, Ethersep. Some of them come because they're, you're going to see Icon hit that top 100. I don't think anyone, based on futures trading, which was at $1.70 last time I checked it, you're looking at a company valuation $680 million as soon as it hits market. So you're going to see ICX, Icon go boom, straight onto that top 100. And not only into the top 100, but into, well inside the top 50. And people are going to go, what's this Icon thing? Never heard of it. So a lot of it will be ICOs hitting market. And sometimes it can be pump and dumps, guys. You do have to be careful. Let me tell you a story. I got involved with Chaincoin, as some of you will know, back in the day. And when I say involved, you go and look at my videos, I call it a social experiment. I say it's a risky one. I try and do all the right things to say, hey, it's pretty much a coordinated pump, guys. Now, I wasn't obviously coordinating that myself. I got wind of it and said, look, I'm going to get on board. Why not? And I went 10, 12x on. I went 10 or 12x on in 48 hours. It was insane. And then it absolutely crashed back down. But during that short time, it actually surpassed PIVX. This is before I was working for PIVX. And at that point in my mind, because I'd already invested in PIVX, like it was the first video I ever did was for PIVX, and I wasn't working for them. I just liked the currency from the start. And yeah, it actually surpassed PIVX. And that's when in my head I went, hang on, that can't be right. Look how much work PIVX has got done, and look how big the community is, and Chaincoin is just this thing. And it soared into, like, it went to $150 million valuation, which at the time put it into the top 30 or something like that. It was right up there, and it crashed just as quickly. So just because you see something racing up the charts doesn't mean it's necessarily got anything behind it. You really do have to go and do your research. And I haven't actually had a look at that one. Ether said it's so hard to keep a track of everything that's coming out. It really is, especially when you got other things on as well. How much icon did Wilkie get? I can't disclose that, Ether. I'll tell you over on Discord. I don't think he'll care. I'll tell you how much he got, but just not publicly. Taxman will come after him because he put $30 into it, and so he's going to make $300, and I don't want the taxman to come after him. Well, I'll wink with this eye. Yeah, more than you. Yeah, I think it was more than you, Ether said. Yeah, he went pretty hard on it, man. Agent Smith, I think he sold a little bit of it. Oh, I don't know if he did. Whoever bought the whoever got the $1.50 trade now in our group did pretty well. If the futures market holds up on it, by the way, we were trading at $1.50 in our internal markets in our investment group. Ethercept said, "I'll give you Icon for $5 each." You know, long term, I think you'd still do all right at that price. I got to be honest. I think it's going to be a giant. Ethercept, what did you buy a stack of Tron? Did you? Ethercept said Tron. I forgot, everyone. I own boatloads of Tron too. I really think you'll see this run up on me. I don't know, man. I haven't really had a look at it. I know that Bauer, one of the developers from PIVX, was actually asking me about it. I don't know whether that was because he was interested in it himself or whether he's just the same as the rest of us, got Tron dropped in their exchanges and went, hey, what's up? So I think Tron got dropped to a few different exchanges. I got it dropped on Binance. I'm not sure where else it got dropped. Ethercept said that Tron is Jack Ma's protege's baby company. Yeah, that's interesting, Rachel. Rachel said there's a lot of marketing going around EOS. A lot of people don't do a lot of research. They're just following the tabloids. Yeah, I mean, marketing's proven to be almost more effective than tech in the crypto economy in the last 6 months. Honestly. I really believe that will come to more of a balance, but marketing's always going to be important. And yeah, there has been a lot of excitable people who are perhaps not particularly experienced in investing and just jumping onto whatever's moving the quickest. Yeah, I think EOS is, you know, realistically, we're not even finished ICO until what, mid next year, mid 2018. I just think it's a little bit hyped at the moment for me personally. You know, it can go to $20 a coin. That's the way these things work. For me, it's just not something I'm buying. So it's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of EOS fans. Mark said Rachel ARK is the same. I actually quite like ARK, so I've got a bit of a difference there. But that's the beautiful thing about the market, is you're allowed to have your opinion. Now, I could be wrong in ARK, and ARK falls off the face of the map. But I think they do provide a good difference in the economy. Agent Smith has 500 Tron he got from the drop. I think I got like 1,500 or 2,000 or something. Jow said they airdropped a lot. Yeah. Tron ICO was on Binance. It sold out in like 3 minutes, said Joe. Ethercept also believes that the EOS run-up is way too early, June 2000. He's confirmed for me. June 2018 deployment, exactly. It got Tron free on HIT BTC and Binance. It's on a lot of exchanges. I suppose it's a good way to get your coin distributed, right? Ethercept said KMD, Lisk, ARK will all have functioning ICO DICO launches way before. Yeah, exactly, man. They're actually three of my holds at the moment. Ethercept, KMD, Lisk, and ARK. Lisk, I think Lisk are going to have like ICO or I think they're going to be ICOs, right? KMD are doing decentralized ICO, but Lisk should have ICOs on it. I would imagine by first quarter next year would be my guess. Ethercept said, "How can I get free stuff? I paid for all mine. You're all smarter than me." I'm not sure what you had to be holding. I just know that it got dropped in my account, Ethercept. I have no idea, man. I don't think it was particularly intelligence that got me my coins. Come on. not tech savviness, that's for sure. Some exchanges are quicker about handing out full coins. They airdrop on Binance and Liquid, Etherset 500 each. Withdrawal fee is 1,000 though, so you can't actually withdraw it. Mark G also believes that Lisk is solid. I bought KMD at 70 cents, didn't move for so long, so I dumped. Oh, Joe. You like Pete, you like Agent Smith, mate. He gets impatient as well. No, I tend to hold on them. I got Komodo first under $1, but then I dumped as well, but now I've bought it back because I wanted that ICO. So I started buying back at just under the $2 mark, mate. So I've made good money. But I'm real keen on that. The first decentralized ICO to hit the market, my nose. Really keen on that, really bullish. So I picked up some KMD to get into that because you'll get 30% extra if you're purchasing at ICO level with KMD rather than BTC. Agama earns dibs on KMD. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Monese is going to pay their residual in KMD, man. So if you hold Monese, you'll get paid in KMD. So I figured I'd do the whole KMD to Monese and then earn my KMD back by holding Monese, right? So yeah, long-term strategy for me. I'm not looking to flip it. Ether opened up at 20 cents. It opened up at 31, I think it was, man. I think it was 31 ETH at ICO, if I'm right. What are the 2018s for Ether? Okay. My 2018 is going to, look, it's difficult to give price predictions, but ETH is one of the ones that I am prepared to go a little bit bigger than others on. And the reason is because I think it's undervalued compared to Bitcoin. That's my honest assessment. I believe there's more use cases for Ethereum than Bitcoin at this current stage. Now that could all change and develop in December with some development stuff that is planned by Bitcoin, by core team there. Now that could all change if Bitcoin becomes, not only capable of being a DApp coin itself, it's faster, it's got the branding, and it could totally trounce the market again if they had some really quick and effective updates. Having said that, I think that the core team has shown that they will be, they'll err on the side of caution, so they're not going to be super quick to implement new changes. And whilst that's a safe way to do it, I also think it provides risk for them in that if other coins are already offering that, they just seem to be copying now. And especially as people become more aware of what we're dealing with in crypto. So I think their whole attitude of we'll do it slowly, we'll do it safely is not necessarily going to serve them best for the next 5 to 10 years in the crypto economy as these coins develop. I think they could get left behind if that happens. So it'll be interesting to see if they do implement, Lightning networks and side contracts and all that sort of stuff that is planned for the near future and how long it takes, because SegWit did take quite a long time. Gary DeMilo said, what about Electronium? It's not even live yet and it's up to 6 cents. Yeah, man, I know it's there's a couple of coins that really get pumped past their stage of development, in my opinion. It's not unusual. A lot of economists would argue 90%, 98% of this economy is overvalued. So it's interesting times, man. A lot of people talk about they reference the .com bubble, and I do think we'll have a blockchain bubble. I really believe that. And I think the shit will be weeded out and the cream will rise to the top. And if you've gotten on the right projects, you'll be well rewarded. If you've gotten on the wrong projects, you will lose your money. This is high risk, high reward, venture capital sort of stuff, guys. You should never be investing any more than you can afford to lose completely. Not, I can take half out and that'll be fine. No, it doesn't always work like that. I've seen coins go down 90%, 98%. So just be careful. 2000 Ether. 2000 Ether for 1 BTC. Yeah, I know. I think I've said this for a while, Mark. I think it'll hit 5 to 1. So whether that comes through the form of Bitcoin retracing or Ethereum growing, I think a 5 to 1 based on the circulating supplies and the maths I did some time ago, I came up with 5 to 1, and I'm sticking with that. I know that's a long way off where we are now, but I think that the relevant ratio of Bitcoin to Ethereum should be 5 to 1. Ethereum to Bitcoin should be 5 to 1. Which would put Ethereum's price at $2,200. Either that, or as I said, Bitcoin comes down to make that ratio that I'm predicting. Let's have a look. Catching up, guys. Rachel said, one ICO I missed was Icon. Was hoping to buy it on the exchange listing. A dump. Future market is making me catch some FOMO. Oh, Rachel, the futures market's been pretty crazy though. I've seen it fluctuating wildly. I first we talked about it in one of the streams, and I actually named the video, you know, Icon above 50 cents. And once it got past that 50 cents mark, it's had a pretty wild life. It went all the way up to $2 and then all the way back down to in the 80s, I think, high 80 cents, and now it's back up to, let's just have a look. But we were lucky. Like, when I say lucky, no, I won't say lucky. We were prepared really hard for that, to get into that ICO. It's at $1.59 at the moment. A lot of people took time off work, and we were up, you know, pretty late at night here in Australia to actually get in when it opened. And we all sat there on Discord and talked to each other through it. And a lot of our investment crew got solid investments on that. So we were pretty, like I say, we were pretty lucky, but we weren't. We really planned and prepared for it. And that was, you know, we all went separately because you could on that one. There was no benefit to us pulling money on that one. Matter of fact, that would limit our cap. So we didn't pull on that one, but I think there was a good 8 or 10 people in the crew who got in. I know Jace is in, Wilkie's in, myself, Ethercept. I'm trying to think, but there was quite a few of us. So we're actually looking at having an Icon party on release at my house. Come as your favorite Icon. Agent Smith said, sell everything you own and put it all into crypto. Man, if I'd done that 5 months ago, if I'd just sold this house and done it, I'd be multi-millionaire. But I'm not going to make those moves. Took me too long to get this house, dude. How can you call money overvalued when houses were 100K 10 years ago? Well, I don't remember what you're responding to there, Joe. It would have been something I said earlier. Sorry, dude. Or you might be talking to someone else. I think there's a lot of chat going on. Anyway, catching up. Fish, can I buy EOS or PIVX with just BTC? If I follow that video you made using Litecoin, can I buy EOS or PIVX with just BTC? Mate, you can buy PIVX with BTC or LTC on Cryptopia. But what I recommend, if you're looking to buy PIVX, especially if you're taking less than $500, guys, and you're coming in through a fiat exchange like Coinbase, if you're investing less than $500, make your first purchase on Ether or Litecoin, and then move the Ether or the Litecoin to the exchange, either Cryptopia or Bittrex. This is if you're trying to purchase PIVX, and then switch it into BTC. In the case of Bittrex, you can switch it into BTC to buy PIVX with. It'll save you. The simple fact is, if you get the network when it's busy, it's still costing $3 or $4 to send BTC, whereas Ethereum's negligible. The cost is cents, if that, and same with LTC. So if you're doing less than $500 amounts, I really do recommend that, because you do $100 and you move it, and it costs you $3 or $4 to move. That's 3 or 4% right there, and we squeeze for those every little percentages. So you buy Ethereum first, you move the Ethereum to the exchange, trade Ethereum to Bitcoin, and you'll make a little bit on the swing if you're patient. Ethereum to Bitcoin, then Bitcoin into whatever altcoin you want. In this case, we were talking about PIVX, and why wouldn't we be? Crypto Chronica said, I just need to dump 3 cars, furniture, jet ski, and 1 14-room house. You got a 14-room house? Whoa, I thought this one was big. This is 6. Like, it's an old shack. Don't be too impressed. It's the beach shack, right, Hank?
I love Shack, baby.
Love shack, baby. But it's, I love it. It's got character. It's real close to Snapper Rocks. Big backyard. So, I get a big backyard. Everything's units around me now. It's all just getting built up. I'm gonna hold on to my little house and be the grumpy old man who yells at people out front, get off the lawn! I actually did that when I first moved in here. I just sat out the front, and every time someone walked past, I go, get off my lawn! I was just mucking around. Good way to meet the neighbours. Let them know you're crazy. Agent Smith is trying to sell his liver to get into more crypto. I don't recommend that with the amount you drink, Agent Smith. You need your liver. Neblio grew 5x BTC value from ICO. It continues to retrace. Could be a good buy. It's a platform like Stratus. Thanks, Giving Check Cultivator. All right, catching up with live again because I always miss a bunch. MSBD, Fish, I hold a lot of BTC and Ether. I don't know much else. That's cool, MSBD. Why don't you join our Discord group? Seriously, it's a good place to learn. You don't have to invest in anything. A lot of people, when they first come over to the Crypto Wave investment group, will sit there and just watch the chat and just read what everyone else is saying. So it's a good way to learn and to get some opinions on different altcoins in the market. But Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think you're fine. I think they're good long-term holds. Whether Bitcoin retraces a bit from here or not is long-term, I think that's irrelevant. I don't think it's hit all-time highs. And I'm the same about Ethereum. So I think you're holding well there at the moment. But if you would like to diversify, I'm sure our group would be more than happy to help you out and have a look at any coins you're interested in. Mark G said, wow, I haven't heard that ratio, but it is hard to believe that Ether will not moon. Almost every ICO is not only asking for Ether as payment, but is built on Ether tech. Yeah, that'll change though, Mark. You got Lisk and Neo. More are being offered in Neo. Q-Link was a Neo ICO, and they were actually offering arbitrage of 10 Neo to 1 Ether. So they believe that, you know, they're supporting Neo, and I think that a lot more ICOs coming into the future will. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Crypto Chronicus. It took me a while as well, man. Crypto Chronicus talking about his house. Yeah, bro, it took forever to get here. Ready to dump before the market floods with real estate. I don't know that it'll flood with real. See, the thing for me is that the Australian housing market has boomed so much that it's going to have to cool down, or the government's going to have to up interest rates, which will cause the market to cool down and perhaps go the other way a little bit. So my question is, do I sell for the profit? But I'm happy. And my house brings me really good rental income anyway. So I don't really care if the value goes down for a few years. CryptoConicus said regarding the liver, do it. You'll be able to 3D print a new liver soon. Rachel said, I want in. I love to role play. I most definitely have an icon figure in mind. Yeah, I'm either going to go with Satoshi or Agent Smith, I think. Or I might choose a different one. I don't know. But Rachel, if you're local, you're more than welcome to join us. There should be a fairly decent crew around. I actually know a Rachel. I wonder whether it was a Rachel I know really well. She's a bodyboarder. That's not you, is it, Rach? Yeah, you can buy several livers with your BTC. Agent Smith, I'm not sure this is the best plan. I think you're relying on a lot there. The biggest crypto swing will happen when the US stock market jumps into the shitter like in 2008. BTC was 13,500 last week in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe have been predicting the market, haven't they? Yeah, you want to invest MSBit, ETH? Yeah, well, just join us. Honestly, we've got the Discord group. I'll put an invite up for you live now. That way, just click on this link I'm about to drop in and join our Discord group. That's the best way to get into investments. There's a lot of knowledgeable people. And there's a lot of people like Wilkie and that who talk garbage as well. But no, I'm joking. No, we've got a lot of knowledgeable people in our investment group. So Crypto Wave investment crew, invite people, copy. Welcome to join, just join in. We see you in the convo all the time. Everyone knows you already anyway, MSBD. You've come into heaps of the live convos on the show. So yeah, let me just pop this in. PIVX soars above $5. Yeah. Name is Burner Mike. Cool. No worries. No worries, Burner Mike. Oh, you're already in, are you? What'd you get thrown out of? Crypto Chronicus? Let me see what he said. I got thrown out last night for telling them about the system. I don't know what you're talking about. Crypto Chronicus. Elaborate. My Mac OS 10.7 system is not good enough to use Discord. Ah, bummer. All right, well, I'm trying to think how else. If you want any advice, just like hit me up over it. You can't use Discord. That's where I am at PIVX. Oh, can you, just hit us up over it. Just like hit us up on just leave a message on like my last post on Statement. If you want to get in contact and talk about any coins, and I can hit you up. We just use the comment section on my last Statement article, and we can have a chat there. So if you go to Facebook, you can hit me up there, Luke Fisher. I'm not exactly buddy. I sort of tried to start the internet for a lot of years, but when I made the Australian team, it sort of it blew that. So yeah, I'm on there. I don't go on Facebook really at all, but I am on there. So just friend request me there. That's fine. Ethercept, Johnny Crypto, dude, you have to be at the Icon party. That is, Fish is inviting us all non-Aussies. I mean, if he's going to let the Kiwis in, mate, we always let the Kiwis in. This is Queensland. New Zealand has a population of 4 million people. I'm sure that 2 million of them are here in Queensland. Yeah, you can use the mobile app as well for Discord as well, MSBD. So if you download Discord on your mobile app, you'll be able to chat with the Crypto Wave investment crew. Oh, are ya? Oh, cool, Chewy dude. Gary DeMilo is Chewy dude in our group. So did you and T-Van sort out that those coins? I'm guessing they're not actually releasable until the ICO finishes. Chewy dude and T-Van did a bit of a ICO together that I was just keeping an eye on to make sure all went well. Oh, you're in the US. Been looking into joining the Kiwi landscape lately? Oh man, Rach, it's a beautiful country. I haven't actually been further than the airport myself, but my best friend's from New Zealand. A lot of my good friends are actually. And my best mate, Matt Brocky, who's been on the show when he rings up before, he's a photographer and he's done some beautiful photography over in the land of the long white cloud, the land of the Hobbit, as a lot of people are probably more familiar with it from. Still waiting for it, but it's all good. Oh yeah, man, Gary. I think you just have to wait until the ICO finishes. I've got a bunch of coins that are showing up on that Token Explorer, but I can't actually transfer them anywhere yet. You met a guy who sold at OMG at 10 because he was 4x. I don't want to be that guy. I want to hodl. Yeah, look, I think it's smart to take some profit along the way. I think a lot of people tend to just like dump and they buy all in and they make the decision for their whole stack. I never do that. No way, I'm not worried. If it keeps going up, I'm stoked. Like I sell out 10% at a time or 5% at a time or whatever, depending on what coin I'm trading, and then I'll set it back on the buy wall. It goes skyward and I never get it back. I go, I don't care. I've got another 90% of the coins. But I think taking some profit along the way is really responsible, and it also allows you to reload when the market does go through those dips. So that's my personal opinion. But yeah, I agree with you, man. Just like dumping the whole bag. I did that with Neo at $10. Okay, bought it at $2 and sub $2, and I dumped it at 10. Going, yeah, 5x. Now, how stupid do I feel today for doing that? So, if you're on the right projects, you can certainly make those sorts of things. Have been swing trading OMG. Hope they didn't moon in the next 24 hours. My father-in-law drove off tonight with my phone, so I can't get into Bittrex to buy them back after a sale earlier. Oh, that sucks. Father-in-law, why'd you get married? Oh, that's horrible. You can't tell Fish is a perennial bachelor, can you? No kids, no marriage. Biggest smile on my face. Everyone goes, you've got to have kids, make you so happy. I'm like, if I got any happier, these cheeks would burst. So maybe I shouldn't have kids. Unless it's Neo, then he sells 100%. Jace, yeah, exactly, man. I dumped the whole lot. It's stupid. And I've had to buy it back. I've had to buy it back at $35 to get into an ICO on it. And I was holding a stack of it from $2. So yeah, dumping the whole bag, not always clever. And that's a lesson I've learned. The way you guys are talking, it's like OMG's gone up a lot. Has it? Let me have a look. Oh, is that the time? I've been on for an hour and a half. I'm going. What are you guys doing keeping me here for this long? I'm out. Let me have a quick look at IMG because we did have a look at it. Weekend chat, I should get half an hour, not an hour and a half. Anyway, IMG, where are you? 9:47, pretty solid. Pretty solid. I'm going to peace out. I didn't realise how long I'd been on for. We were always learning. We certainly are, Jace. We never stop. Oh, Jace, what are you doing? You want to go for a surf or something? Give us a yell if you do. Anyway, I'm going to peace out, guys. Catch up with you tomorrow for another crypto conversation discussion. I'm going to have a day off soon just because I've been going like a lot of days straight. But I'll give you notice before I do that. I will be back tomorrow. Have another chat with you all. Happy investing for the weekend. See you tomorrow. And Google Hangouts. Cheers, baby. Cheers, Eats. See you guys.